We talked how these things don't really change just by us, you know, marching, protesting, looting, rioting, whatever. It comes down to policy changes, right? And that is the boring work, the hard work that takes a lot longer. And so that kind of ties into the next subject, where this past Friday, you know, the notorious RBG, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, passed away at 87. She had been, you know, sick, cancer, in and out of the hospital all this time. And, you know, she's, you know, a champion for women's rights and voting rights and, you know, many progressive rights. And it is a real loss. And you know, one thing that's what we don't realize, what many people don't realize, is the power of the judicial system. Now, we're not talking like the criminal court that we're all at least, you know, familiar with to a point. But like the federal court system and the Supreme Court and what have you, and the real impact that has. And what will happen is that you can elect your Senate and your House and your president, and they're all Democrats or what have you. But you can pass laws and sign them into law, but it can get appealed, move up, and then a federal judge strikes it down. So Republicans, you know, and it's really not until the Trump administration that they really started paying attention to the federal court system and really understand the impact of it. They have been focused like steady on the court system, stacking those courts with lifetime appointments of, you know, 40-year-old judges who are going to be on that bench for 40 years, striking on every. So what they've decided is that because the demographic trends are not in their favor, right? It's getting a blacker and browner society. Because it is not in their favor, we are going to just put our people in places to strike down things that you want to get done. And so we have a minority rule, basically. So it's something that we really have to educate ourselves on. And you know what? And here's the clearest example. And I'm not saying that Democrats should be like this, but because Republicans really understand the importance of the court system, that's why they deal with Donald Trump. If you look like before Trump won the nomination, look at the things that they said about him. The people like Lindsey Graham, all these people, everybody was, you know, he's the worst, he's a racist. All of them said that about him. But once they realized he was going to win, they got in line because they know we can deal with all that because he is going to put all these judges in place all over the place and we can get our things done. So that's why they don't say anything about it. That's why they tolerate him, because their focus isn't on him and his freaking tweets. Their focus is on that 41-year-old judge that's going to sit on that bench till he's 80 years old, and anything regarding voting rights or taxes or healthcare, they can strike that down. So
it'll be in line with their agenda.
Yeah. So I didn't even have a question on that. I was just talking.
I mean, the bottom line is we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble. That's it.
Yeah, unless we all get out there and vote.
Yeah.
That's what RBG says. He's the biggest supporter of going out there and vote.
Right. But you know what? So here's the thing. Voting is one thing, but so winning the presidency is obviously a must for this year. I cannot do another 4 years in this country on that. I will even move to Trinidad before.
Well, pack your bags, 'cause it ain't looking good.
I'll even listen to soca 24/7. No, but obviously the presidency is, you know, winning that is important, but also winning the Senate is important. Because here's what's going to have to happen. Because the Republicans basically stole 2 Supreme Court seats, you know, so we're talking like a 6-3 majority in the courts. So and these are, the three people that Trump put on. Well, the one who he's going to put on, they're all like 50 years old, and they're going to be doing this for 30 something years. So what the Democrats are going to have to do, Democrats they're generally too nice, right? They're going to have to play like Republicans play. They're going to have to play and like don't care. So they're going to have to add some seats to the Supreme Court. Like those type of things. Because we can't just oh, woe is me. They did this thing. They went against their word. Okay, that's what they did. Now you have to fight fire with fire. We're showing up to a gunfight with a sport. You know what I mean? So we have to take this thing seriously. Anyway, with that said, as we continue,
Supreme Court judge be fired?
They can be impeached.
Impeached, yeah.
Like a president?
Yeah, they can be impeached. Yeah.
I don't remember what they mean.
I think it but they can be impeached. I don't think it has ever happened with a Supreme Court judge. It just happened with.
It never happened.
Yeah, it's happened with, but it can happen. Like, Kavanaugh, the one there, the last one that Trump put in. Yeah, people talk that he should be impeached, but we'll see.